Hey, what's up? You know, the last video I did with the little cartoons talking about the phone meetings, I think it went pretty well. So I'm going to do another one. This one is more on the meeting after you've booked the client. You meet with them at a Starbucks or whatever, and you start talking about the wedding itself. Music is sometimes a touchy subject with people because they have an idea of what they like, and what they don't realize is that there are going to be a lot of people at their wedding, not just their friends, but aunts, uncles, cousins, and people they know who maybe don't like that kind of stuff. Here's how I try to handle those particular clients who have a real strong opinion as to what they like and what they think you should be playing at their wedding for 4 to 6 hours.
Hi Beth, how are you?
Great, Steve, thanks for meeting up with me.
Oh, no problem, it's my pleasure. After all the time we have spent on the phone, it's nice to finally meet you in person.
Yeah, right? This whole wedding thing has been a lot of work. It's just been crazy.
Well, the good news is, this is the easy part. I know you will only be planning one of these for yourself, but I help plan them all the time.
Sure. Well, basically we don't want one of those cheesy weddings with all those line dances and love shack. We're more into current hip-hop and alternative rock. We are working on a playlist for you of all our favorite songs. We have a don't play a list too.
Okay, cool. Before we get too far into that, do you mind if I ask you some questions I have so far?
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, Fantasyland for a minute. Bear with me. If I had a video, on my iPad from the future, of your wedding reception, what would you like to see happening in that video?
Oh wow. I don't know. I guess just everyone dancing and having a good time?
Perfect. That's what I'd like to see too. That's what most people want to see. So, that's our objective. We want everyone dancing and having a good time.
Oh yeah, we want a fun party.
Okay, so, Dave's family is from Texas?
Yes, mostly from around the Dallas area.
Cool. Will many of them be coming up for your wedding?
Yeah, quite a few, I guess.
Okay, tell me about them.
Well, it's a big family. He has 2 brothers and 3 sisters.
Oh, right on.
His mom and dad are retired. Real nice people. There are a bunch of aunts and uncles too. Oh, and cousins as well. He went to school down there, so his college buddies will be coming too. I haven't even met half of these people.
That's nice that so many people are making the trip.
Yeah, wow, it's just so many new people.
What about your family?
I have a big family too.
Okay, lots of cousins and aunts and uncles as well.
Not so many cousins. I have lots of aunts and uncles though.
Ah, I see. So, now that we are thinking about who is coming, if you had to guess, what percentage of your guests will be, say, over 40?
About half, I suppose.
Okay, cool. So from what you are telling me, about half the guests are going to be over 40 and the other half under 40. Right?
Yes, sounds right.
Then there are several people coming from Texas that you have never met before. Has Dave seen his family lately?
Well, we saw his parents after we made the announcement.
Okay, this is probably what's going to happen. Dave's family are going to want to meet you and will want time with Dave as well. You two are going to be very busy with this side of the family during your reception with saying hello and pictures and such.
Oh wow, you think so?
Yeah, probably. If they come all this way, they are all going to at least want a few minutes of time with both of you. So a few minutes times however many are coming from Texas can add up.
I see.
So back to the music for a minute. Keeping in mind we want everyone to have a good time, half of your guests are over 40, so they most likely won't want to dance to hip-hop or alternative rock. The chances are you are going to be very busy meeting and greeting everyone for at least the first hour or so of dancing.
Okay.
I know you are working on a playlist, and I would love to have a copy of it when it's done because I absolutely want the music that night to have reflect your personality. However, I would highly recommend that you allow me to play to the crowd, especially the 40 and over people for at least the first hour or so.
You mean like line dances and that kind of stuff?
Well, not necessarily. See, line dance songs are like a tool. If you think they are my favorite songs I crank up at home, you've got another thing coming. But sometimes I need a tool like that and sometimes I don't. It really just depends on what's going to motivate the crowd.
We really didn't want any of that stuff.
I totally understand and will ultimately do whatever you want me to. Think of me as more of a coach. I'm not here to tell you what to do, I'm just giving advice and things for you to think about based on my experience. If Aunt Betty comes up and asks for a line dance, do I tell her no?
Oh right. No, if someone requests something by all means play it.
And if they don't, I won't. I'll do my best to avoid all of your don't play songs, unless of course they are requested or it becomes obvious they are the songs we need to motivate everyone.
Oh that's cool. Thanks Steve.
On your don't play list, is there anything that stands out that I need to know about? For instance, a song that would be inappropriate for any reason?
Like what?
Well, for instance, is this the first marriage for both of you?
No. I was married for a short time when I was really young.
I would just hate to do something like play your first dance song from your first wedding, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god. I never even thought about that.
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah. It was. I got hose in different area codes by.
Yeah, I know it. I'll take the liberty of putting that on your don't play list.
Oh thank you.
So here's the good news. Right now we are only talking about the first hour, which sounds like you'll be too busy to be doing too much dancing anyway. After that, let's get your favorite songs on from the list and see how the crowd reacts. We can always make adjustments on the fly depending on how everything goes. How does that sound to you?
Yes, sounds good to me. After we talked about it, it makes a lot more sense.
Now you notice what I had to do right at first is establish objective, and you have to do that because people aren't thinking about that. What is the objective? Well, we want everyone to have a good time. Okay, then we need to think about everybody. Who is everybody? And then you find out. And then after you find out who everybody is, you make an intelligent assessment that her playlist isn't going to work for everyone, so you have to give her some reality. Now what I also did is point out to her that she's going to be busy at her wedding. I think a lot of times they think, yeah, it's going to be my dance party. I'm going to be dancing all night long. Doesn't always happen that way. So if there's a situation where you feel like the client is going to be busy, that's the perfect time to say, hey, let me play these songs that you don't like when you're not even around. Because there are going to be times in the night where maybe you're not around. Let's find out what those times are, or if this is indeed going to happen. In this case, it sounded like it might. I mean, you've seen those brides. They're so busy running around table to table trying to do it during dessert, but it doesn't work. They have to do it actually during dancing. It happens. And then they're outside. A lot of people want a piece of them. I've seen brides have lines of people standing behind them around 11 o'clock just to give them a hug and shake her hand, and she's busy for 10-15 minutes just on that. People who are leaving. So there's a little video for you. Just some food for thought. That's how I do it. And I'm just kind of presenting it, showing you what I do, and if you want to steal any of it, please feel free to do so. If you have any criticism or comments on what I did in that video, let me know down here in the comments section. Alright, cool. We'll see you next time. Practice and enjoy.